Well, this is the Kilted Texan coming to you from the cockpit of my Cadillac CT6. As you can see, we got the thermal cranked up here. But today I kind of wanted to talk about one of these features in here that sometimes baffles a lot of Cadillac customers. It's called, I believe it's like the SVR, like security video recorder or something like that. Anyways, what we've got is the security video recorder is one of these deals. We can go to home here and we come over here to recorder. Now the recorder, not only is it a DVR when you're driving, it takes both front and rear camera video, but when it's sitting in a parking lot, it actually takes the side views as well when somebody approaches the car. So when they approach the car, it'll go ahead and actually record what happens around the car, kind of like the Tesla security cam, only in my particular vehicle it's not high def, so it's a little grainy and a little tough to see. But let me show you what we can do here. SVR surround vision recorder, there you go, that's what it's called. So basically we've got, that's my back camera I believe, or no, that's old recording from earlier this evening. But basically what you can do is I can go back through and I can look at the different files. And these are ones that I have saved that something interesting has happened in. I think it got cut off or whatever, so I'll go in there and save them. But essentially, I'll be honest with you, the interface is kind of weak and it's better just to pull the video card out. But I'm going to show you, what we can do to do this. But essentially I can just kind of scroll back and I can show you, when I've been driving. We can pull one up and let's say, let's take a look at, that's a surround video. So something happened in here. It looks like we were leaving, so the lights just came on. So we can pop back out and we can say, essentially we can take a look and we can see, there goes some cars over here. So we can actually take a look. We can actually pop over to the rear camera, see what they're, going behind us. And all of these videos are stored on an SD card that's in the back of the car. So what we can do is we can actually pull that card and we can look at these videos individually or save them off or whatever, or even stitch them together if we wanted to make a comprehensive video or like a trip video. A couple of things about that card. A couple of things about that card is the fact that it has some limitations. Max size, it's a regular full-size SD card. If you have an adapter, it's fine. It doesn't mind doing it with an adapter, but it has to be a full-size SD card, and maximum size is 32 gig. I'm going to show you where that thing is, but you have to format it as EX-FAT or FAT32. It will not take NTFS formatting or anything like that. It has to be formatted a particular way. So a lot of people who run into problems trying to get them to work, they either put too big of a card in it, or maybe they might format it as NTFS, or FAT16, or actually FAT16 wouldn't even do it because it wouldn't actually recognize that large of a card. But still, whatever the problem happens to be, it's usually something to do with the card compatibility, because the caddies are pretty finicky about this, honestly. So let me pop back here in the back and I'll show you where to look for this particular card, and we'll see where we go from here. All right, so the way we get to this card, we come to the back, pop open this trunk area, and the SD card is going to be right over here, right in there. And what we can do is we can pop that out just by pressing on it and it'll click. And that's how we get that out of there. So if you have that particular slot, remember 32 gig max, FAT32 or EX-FAT is the way you need to format it. And you can keep the security DVR. Now here's an example of the night vision capabilities. They are completely nil. It is not a good night vision camera. It is abysmal in the dark, so don't even bother. It is worthless. Now we go ahead and go in. Sometimes rain can trigger it. Now this is a pretty good rainstorm that triggered the surround DVR. You can see it's not the Tesla cam. It is not Sentry mode, but it is, you know, it is still a documentation, so it'll work in the event that you need this kind of data for evidence. And you know, you may be able to make a plate out of it and everything else, but it's going to be a little weak. So I hope you at least got something out of it. Remember that with the SVR on the Cadillacs, you're going to be looking at a 32 gig max card size, and it has to be a full-size SD card, and formatted FAT32 or exFAT, because the Q system is kind of Linux kernel based, so it won't read any of that Windows stuff. So other than that, make sure that if you're going to crash into that like button and subscribe for more content based on either the ID4, my Excursion, or this plug-in CT6. Might also be bringing my 66 Mustang in here at some point, but keep the rubber side down, and we'll see you on the next one.